started. Let's get started. Okay. Transition. Good. So where did we leave off yesterday? We just took some land from Morocco, which doesn't exist anymore, and now we are getting ready to attack Sus. As soon as Sus is ready to be attacked, which is 7 years. So until then, I am trying to make friendly with the Ottoman. They would be a wonderful ally, but they have too many relationships right now, so I'm trying to keep an eye on that. Otherwise, Mamluk could be good too, but they're very, very weak. They're not, like, they could be a good temporary ally, I guess, but they are very weak, and they don't even want to be my friends. I don't feel like it's probably not worth it. The problem is, I do expect Spain or Castile to attack me very soon. They do want, where is it? Go right here. But they want Fez from my vassal Fez. So they don't want any of my land, but they do want to attack, and they do want this province. So I need to be prepared. So how I'm going to do that is, well, one, tech up military ideas, because they are at 8 and I am not. I'm going to make sure I have maximum manpower or men, and I'm going to build myself a fort right here to help defend this area here. It's on highlands. It's not as good as mountains for these two forts, but in the case they're over here, it would give me some land I can scorch and attack with pretty good advantage. So that's my plan, to defend myself and maybe like give them some of Tunis. They don't want any of Tunis, right? Yeah, they don't want any of Tunis. But last thing I want to do is give up Fez. Talking about Fez, their current liberty desire is 2%. If I enforce religion, they would go Ibadi, but they would go above 50%. Let's see, is there a way to make them happy? I can placate them. Do I have the prestige? I do. Okay, so I'm going to enforce religion and then placate. Keep them underneath the 50%. And that should help keep them in check. And maybe they'll actually convert a province or two for me. I would appreciate it. I don't think they have any particularly good ideas. They don't have any ideas for doing that for me, but nonetheless, I don't see how it can hurt. On that note, I have this guy collecting trade over here. I'm going to move. I have 50% trade here, so I'm going to collect, and I don't have. Oh, I do have some influence in Mamluk. So I'm going to move my trader here, collect trade for here to try to leverage this 15% trade power here. That will probably increase my income, not by a lot, but increase it nonetheless. Okay, I don't want to drill you because I'm expecting there's 2 revolts coming very soon. So I want to keep you guys fully moraled. And I am not spending my piety because I'm waiting to try to tech up here. Do I have any other opportunities? No. I would like maybe a half-cost advisor for Mill. That would be nice. Maybe I can stop focusing. No, I still want to focus because I really want to get my religious ideas done. How many more months before I can actually get this? One more. There's one of the rebellions. The other one should be coming up very soon. Alright. There we go. Next month. Perfect. Okay, so next one should be coming up anytime now. 90%. Hey, what the Ottomans doing over here? Do they have? They don't really have any business over here, but they are over here nonetheless. Let's take that tech cost. 74 ducats. Okay, colonialism, I'm assuming spawned very close to me. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it spawned in Castile, or in Portugal. So that should spread to me. I feel like it should spread relatively quickly. Portugal should embrace it. Castile can embrace it. They'll be the first. I feel like that will happen very quickly. Alright, let's get into that. Okay, let's recruit there. So now we shouldn't have any more rebellion issues. So we can go back to okay, I'm not gonna get any techs anytime soon. So let's just take the money. I don't see any reason why. Take the money. Go here. Pay back that money. Move more towards legalism. There we go. You can go over here. Start drilling these men. Get some more professionalism. Last one. That takes up a lot of my money to do these conversions. And again, the corruption. Oh, wow. Goodness, or lose. Okay, apparently. Where is my, okay, so where's Juice? Okay. So it's basically saying, do I want... Oh, I don't really want more development, more production here. Yeah, let's do that one then. Okay, so... More score. Cost is nice. Let's go war tax. So if I get into a fight, I can at least save on some money. Construction cost. Oh. If that was a level 1 theologian, I would be all up for it. But I can't afford a level 2. Perfect. So I should be able to make a little bit more money now. Good. Development. Where's construction again? Buildings. That seems to be worth it. They have 6 production and they're producing spice, which is pretty good. That does seem like it's worth it. Yeah, collecting 50, and over here I'm collecting 60. So yeah, that's definitely almost doubles the amount of trade by collecting over here. That's definitely a good idea. Okay, so I have a lazy diplomat. I really should do something about that. You're still committee relations. Let's try to curry favor from you. That's not bad actually. 1 year I get 1.2 favors. I could trade that favor for trust and then that could help them be more willing to accept my alliance. I could also trade my favor for money from you. Do I want to get my missionary strength? Yeah. Oh yeah, I can definitely refuse that. Oh, and more attrition for the enemy. That sounds nice. I'm gonna be very defensive right now. So England will attack, or France will attack England. Oh well, good luck. England's doing pretty good for itself right now. Oh wow, that's expensive. Okay, they owe me. Really? I have a perfectly average heir with average claim. Average heir with average claim. Yeah. Maybe I can get one of those events that improve your heir. I'd be asking for a little too much, probably. Okay, so now we have all of the fates converted. %50 tax or some money. How much do we make for tax? 2.5 ducats a month for 1 year. Oh, that is definitely not worth 12 times 2.5. That's actually, that is worth it. I need to, well, I only have, my innovativeness is not a thing. I feel like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm so far behind on points. But everything is so cheap. And I'm making good points, 1377. Not like I'm not making good points. I don't know. Feels like I'm not being able to save them up for some reason or another. I don't know. I'm almost at, how much professionalism am I getting? 0.11 a month? That's not bad. Right? Okay, no, 0.08 a month. Can't read. Either way, we should be getting to 20% soon. Castile doesn't like me. Or I'm okay with Castile not liking me. Okay, so we have there's a trade thing here too. I don't remember that being there before yesterday. That would decrease the amount of points needed for development if I upgrade this, which would be nice because then I can develop even more gold. Separatist. Here, let's see. Are you still at war? No. Are you still unwilling to marry me? Yep, same reason. Still too many relations. Just stop having one of your many relations, and oh, you're at war with Serbia right now. I'm really surprised. Oh, they're at war with France. Okay, so they are on England's side. Well, what is France thinking? Wow. That seems like a bad idea, but I'm not complaining. you guys could like actually succeed, that would be nice. Move 10 towards legalism with some prestige. Yeah. I like having a little bit of prestige, always. How about trade? Tax. Here. This land actually is worth building on, which is nice. It's been a long time having land that wasn't really worth building on. Hundred diplo points. No, we need tech. So yeah, no, I want to spend down tech first. So let's save up for some tech buying. I'm gonna assume, yeah, institutions are spreading slowly but surely. They'll spread here. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Or 10 years of more trade efficiency. Trade efficiency is real bad. That's a lot of money. Go with the money. Nothing here. Nothing else seems to be worth it. But hey, I'm never going to complain about having a little bit of extra money. It'd be nice if I could have something to spend it on, but you know, that's not the same thing as complaining. Are you any closer to being my friend? Doesn't look like it. Hey, you're on peace. That was a quick war. You can recruit another unit. God is good. I get 10 prestige. That's all I see out of that is 10 prestige. Why did his claim become strong? It used to be average, now it's strong. It's actually going up, which is kind of nice, I guess. I do have a 110% chance of getting a new heir, but I would lose my prestige so bad if I did that. I don't know. He's average. I'm okay with average. Really? None of my neighbors have this yet? Kinda sucks. I'm not gonna be able to get the 5% bonus? Might as well do this then, right? Fully maintained fort. It's still going down though. I need to fight. I need to fight something. How about you? Well, soon, very soon. February of next year. Very, very soon. How are you doing with converting anything? Not good. You haven't converted anything yet. See. Level 2. I like that. We'll do that. Talking about guilds. Okay, so everyone is above, oh, well now everyone's above 50%. So let's take the land. 40%, we are doing really good on taking land. Let's see. Who do we want to make happy? So increase my base tax by 2 points. That is real expensive. That is real expensive. You are asking for a lot. Whew. 300 and like 32 points. Wow, you're asking for a lot. They want me to build a workshop in Marrakech. Not the worst idea. Or, oh yeah, I'm not taking that one though. Workshop in Marrakech. Try to pick the right one. Workshop in Marrakech. That doesn't seem unreasonable. You're still at war, minus 20%. Ooh, France is taking you a new one. I like it. Let's take you. And then I almost have enough points to take you next. And then I can focus on more ideas. Oh, you sent a gift to Tunis? Can you send me a gift? I would appreciate it. Send me a gift. Me the gift of an alliance. Nope. Not yet. Okay, so it's at February of next year. Probably should stop drilling. Start gaining my morale back. And yeah. Yeah, I don't want to piss off Tunis. Then I can attack you. How much more? How many? You have 19,000 men. I don't see them anywhere, so they're most likely over here. Let's move my men over here. Get to war. You wouldn't even join me if I wanted to because of the distant. Either way. Wow, Fez really went crazy with these claims. Wow, look at that. How many claims did you make? Oh, because of overseas. You claimed all of this? Wow, you really went crazy with the claims. Hey. Oh, hey Natasha, good evening. And you missed it yesterday. So yesterday, you joined in attempt 2. Attempt 1 was like the first 30 minutes of yesterday's stream. So, I probably should have updated my stream title at that point. I did not think of doing that. So this was attempt 2 the entire time. You just missed that part. No, nothing. You didn't miss anything. It's been a pretty relaxed stream so far. But now I am going to be attacking him, and I'm going to take Anfa as my goal. Let's get this done. I'm pretty sure they are either here or here. So let's go and take them out. There they are. No, haha, no morale too. Nice. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Stack wipe. Well, that's gonna be a quick war. Go back to currying favor with you. I'm keeping an eye on you for my marriage. Split you up. Does this have a fort? No, it doesn't. So I can just send you over here. You guys here, 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 here. There we go. So assuming that he can get there before he recruits one, perfect. That's everything, right? So now I just need to get their capital and we're done. That was a quick war. What? Oh, I don't want to cast this belly against the Ottoman. I want the Ottoman, like me, please. My plan at the moment is tentative, but they would marry me if they didn't have so many relations. So if I could tell my ally to cancel their alliance with the Ottomans, that would reduce one of their relations, like the one with Tunis. But would that wouldn't cancel their marriage though, right? It would just cancel their alliance. So I still wouldn't be able to get their marriage, right? That's my understanding. They would need to also cancel the marriage for some reason. So they are integrating these guys. This should be done. Yeah, exactly. They're integrating one of their vassals. That is probably much better than telling Tunis to self-destruct. I do think that would be much better. Okay, let's get this tech. Normally I don't do this in the middle of a war, but this war has no enemies. So I'm not concerned. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I need to take you out of there. Okay, so I specifically need to be like, I need to give these to Fez for it to not cost me dip points. Right. No, it's still costing me dip points. Oh no dip points. Can you take a government perk before you annex them? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think I can annex these guys. They're too expensive. Yeah, 111%. I can't full annex. But I'm still very curious on what you're talking about. While we're waiting for this war to finish, I could maybe use some more money. Always use some more money. For soldiers. Do I need soldiers? Oh, I don't need. Oh, this? Oh, this. Yeah, I don't feel like any, like, the only one I can get right now is the construction cost. I don't think that would help me, right? These aren't very good. I don't know, it's because, like, I don't like these very much. Like, this one's the only one that's decent, but as soon as I guess might do his fault, this won't be very useful anymore. So, I'm guessing it's just because of, like, my religion. I'm Ibadi or something. Or is it based off of, the school? Oh, that sounds nice. But yeah, I don't have... Mine are not nice. I do not get that kind of luck. Why is it still 0%? No one is teching into this. Okay, well, more prestige for me. I want that 5%. Oh, separatists. Go help our vassal. He really needs it, apparently. Look at that. So yeah, I was thinking here if what I want to do with I could use money, always use money. I think that army tradition. And let's take this opportunity to not do that. Okay, I need one more month of military points. See if we can get a better general. Oh, it takes 60 points. Okay, so 2 more months. And over here, get some more trust. Okay, and now let's sue for peace. So this is basically all I want, which is a lot. But next war I could come in to finish off. Sus is just 41% war score for that one province. So I'll take all their money. War reparation. How much money did I ask for? That's a lot of money. Not enough for me to be able to humiliate them, though. So, get all that money. Alright. Oh, wow. That's for a single core. Why is it so expensive? Half claim minus 10%. Minus 10% and it's still so expensive. Wow. It is a pricey core. I need to save up some points for that. It's probably going to be problematic too because yeah, I have a lot of unrest. Okay, so they should get it August. So July, August, next month. Let's keep an eye on that. Ooh, that's expensive. Question is, do I want to do this first? I can't afford. It's gonna take me a couple months before I can afford it. I can start doing missionary. So expensive. Can I afford it? No, I can't really afford it. Okay, so let's not do that for now. Let's take some additional money. Okay, so let's keep an eye on this. My guy ready. Really, 30? They're right on the mark now. Oh, they still claim to have too many diplomatic relations. But there's less? So they had too many. Wow. Okay, well. Apparently. Oh, well. Integrate your other vassal. So they had too many, and that's why it was minus 100. I thought it was just minus 100 because of one too many. But no, they have too many. So Tunis wouldn't even have helped. Let's recruit some. Let's go back to recruiting this, drilling you. 71% army tradition. It's really nice. I could probably get a good general. Taxation, production, manufactory, ports. Ooh, wow. That is a lot of potential extra manpower in this place. Look at that. They developed this so much. I'm not sure how good mercantilism is. I could use the extra meal points. Let's go with that. Our Mr. leaves the court. I don't like that. I don't like any of this. Yeah. He's 50% off. I really like him. I want him to stay. You're happy with me because I just gave you 2 provinces that you... Like, you gotta learn to convert things, dude. It's funny, I'm over here trying my best to get them to improve relations and stuff, and they're like, I don't care about you. You should. I want you to. Care about me, please. Nope. They're still like, nope, nope, don't care. You care about me, right? Yeah, you still care about me. I'm trying to keep up with, as my land force limit increases, I recruit more men. So I do not want Tunis to be my rifle. Yeah, so 13%. Well, it looks like I'm recruiting. That's not even that good. 3 Thieves though is pretty good, but 4-2? Yeah. Well, let's get him to work. Our our professionalism is getting pretty good. 25%. I like. Usually I drill until I reach. It's so much easier to get professionalism early game. So was that my consort? Yeah, it was my consort. It's so much easier to get professionalism early game. So I usually try to get as much as I can early game and stop drilling once I get up to 100%. Bonuses for 100%, like, are quite nice. 20% siege ability, 10% damage for fire and shock. Really nice. Diet stuff? No, I can't do diet stuff again. So, look at that. I have 143 and 130. Well, like, you have 28 and 22. I am master of development over here. Even, how big is France? Paris. Paris is 40, okay? I'm still bigger than Paris. Bigger than England. I mean, London. How about Austria? Where's Austria? Where's Venice? Right here, right? 25. How about, you guys? Oh, 53. Okay, the Ottomans got me beat. The Ottomans got me beat. They have a nice little project going on there. It's nice. I have one too, but it's never gonna, or at least not anytime soon. That's like really expensive. Let's see, what can I get? Advisor cost, leader cost, or free admin idea. Go with advisor cost. They're already cheap already, but I can make them cheaper. Oh, am I done coring you? Oh, I did. I don't remember getting a notification of that. But let's get that done. That will be very pricey. I will be losing money during those 16 months. But, yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do. You have to become a baddie. There's no two ways about it. One moment, I have to sneeze. Or not, I guess. I have... Whew. Weird. Hey, look at that. Four siege. Yeah, let's go help him with that. Well, that's kind of pointless. Do that one then. Give it another month or two for my morale to go up. Oh, nice. Missionary maintenance modifier. That's really good. Let's go take care of that. That means I should be back in making the money. There you go. Oh, and he infantry combat ability. Wow. This is turning out to be a decent general. 4 siege, 10% increase infantry combat. You know, could be worse. Could be definitely worse. Okay, so let's go check on the Ottomans. Still, oh, not even if they weren't too many, they really don't like me anymore. Why don't they like me anymore? Huh. They really don't like me now. Let's stop that for a second. Let's try to get some trust. How do you like me more? The trust helps. The trust does not help for royal marriage. Yeah, I really don't feel like this is happening. I feel like I have to defend my land on my own merits at the moment. I don't feel like the Ottomans are going to come in. Well, mine and my friend over here. Merits. Get some more trust with you. And how close am I? I don't need any more claims as soon as I get this one. So I'm very close to getting that. As soon as I get claims. And you're Berber too, which is nice. Really? The cultures around here are all... Wow, they're really broken. Broken up everywhere. Berber is the main one for me, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, Berber is my main one. And they're everywhere. Sprinkled, Berber is just sprinkled everywhere. Let's improve relations here for a little bit. They seem to be a little bit on the down. You seem to really like me. Don't care about navies. I will eventually have to because I do need to conquer Castile, which means I need to cross this strait. So, you know, I need to deal with their 55. I'm going to assume they're all heavy ships. They're 55 heavy ships. There we go. Accepted culture, religion, 30 dev. Hey. Nice. Let's see, can I build anything there? Oh, nope. Oh yeah, there was the army. Get another more manpower out of that. And I probably want to build a fort there. Wouldn't be the worst idea. It's highlands, which is pretty good for defensive purposes. What? Why are they only showing me a crappy one here? That's not right at all. And this one's not. Do I have two of them? No, it says I have one. So let's wait for a month to tick. Okay. Stop that. No leader you. And he's not showing up. If I go here, showing up here, but not here. This is not the same leader. This is a different leader. My old leader, the one that died. I am not touching that. I am scared of that. I don't know what happened there, but it scares me. Colombian exchange. Grain went down, livestock went up. Good, I have livestock in my capital, right? Yeah, that's good for me. You're allied to Sus? Really? Really? You got an alliance with Mamluk? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, there's the sneeze from earlier. Okay, let's see some land, some of the diet, and let's see what we get here. Not bad. Florence's opinion. Why do I care about Florence? Why should I care about Florence? I don't feel like I should care about Florence. So, taxes in that province. Oh, ooh, that's expensive. Where's... Yeah, probably worth it. There we go. Apparently, we're trying to do a coup. They have too much influence. Oh, stop that. I don't like it. Oh, look at that. Someone actually has the 5%. I've actually just finished the idea first. I really want to get that Casus Belli. My next idea over here are probably going to go something diplomatic. I have a lot of diplomat points. Are you out of slots? No, you're not. You already have a... you can't put a plantation, I guess. You'd have to put something else. Why not? Oh, okay, because I don't have enough tech to build a plantation. Alright, makes sense. I follow, I think. I wonder why some of them are less. Maybe because of autonomy. So if I really wanted to gain one, the only one that would give me one, a full one, would be MZAD. Zab. Hey, Naples announced me as a rival for some reason. Oh, I agree. So look at that. I agree with this. I could use the money. I always like money. And you're still, yeah, you're even further away than you were before. Even with trust, which is going down now. That was the whole trying to curry favor from the Ottomans was a bad. Didn't work out. Did not work out. I have to defend myself against Castile by myself. Well, with the help of my one ally. So I can't attack Sus, but I can attack you. If only, why can't you join in? Can't click. Wow, wow, really? My UI is completely broken. Why is it not letting me click? Usually, maybe because it's an X. Usually it still lets you click though. At least my mind is telling me it normally lets you click. How's the institution? Oh, I'm not getting it from him. I thought I would get it from him, but I guess it needs to be friendly. Nearby friendly province. So they need to like me. That's never happening. So I have to wait for it to grow here. Port neighboring a province with colonial, or here, port neighboring a province with colonial. So I need it to grow from there and then through my vassals or ally into me. Okay, but soon enough. It should be very soon. Did I reduce this? This seems like it's going pretty high. No, no, no. I want to spend my points on this. One more month. There we go. Beautiful. Now I have a holy war, or a cleanse, heresy war. And a holy war against you. This looks like it'd probably be a bad idea. England, Provence, Florence against me and Tunis. You would join me against Mamluk. I mean against Sus, but I can't do that. And against you, plans the heresy, but you would not join me. Because it would destabilize you. If you did join me, we'd be pretty close. Alright, so I guess I could just keep speed 5ing or speed 4ing it. Let's wait 1 month, or let's wait until the next year to be able to do this. I don't really care about diplomatic points. I'm just trying to figure out where I can spend my money. Euphrat doesn't seem too bad. Let's get some trade here. Yeah, I don't feel like there's much. Let's just, yeah, I don't feel like there's much else to do with my money. So let's put it there. So that would be you, right? So to Tunis. Perfect. If that's not stopped, really should stop. I would appreciate it. Oh, what's this? Military access. Oh, they're declaring war on Mamluks. Well, feels like probably a good opportunity to attack Mamluks myself. Your allies are really strong, so like really strong. A couple more months and I'll take this. I should probably switch my focus to no focus. Leaves our court for a treasury, or I'm going to lose the legitimacy. There we go. Perfect. And as soon as I get enough points, I'll get these two. This is moving all of its men away from their own land. Oh, if I could just get you to be okay with this. Why would it destabilize you? I don't see why. Okay, so increase base attack in the capital, not happening. Have at least, so save up a lot of money with no loans. Or, so save up a lot of money, I guess. You probably choose that a little bit by debasing currency, because it didn't say no debasing currency, right? Where's my religion? Almost enough to be able to enforce faithful adherence. They lost. Perfect. So that means they shouldn't be going crazy anymore. I can also sell some of my land. 10% of my land. That's a lot of land. A lot of money, though. Shouldn't this have stopped by now? Nope. Oh, because their loyalty is too low also? Aye. They're so needy. Loyalty's too low. Influence too high. Can't make up their mind. Will this also make people happy? Yeah, this makes everyone happier. Let's do that. I could use the money. Makes everyone happy. Let's save up the points for my tech. And now this should be going down? Yeah. Progress is going down by 1% a year. A month, I mean. Perfect. Wow, the Ottomans are really devastating them, aren't they? I wonder what they're gonna ask for. You're at war with France again? You're attacking France this time. I thought you had a peace with France. Oh, wow. Maybe this is a good chance for me to attack you then. Even with England, England. Oh, England is very close to not wanting to be part of this. Very close. Without England, how much of this is England? 54,000. Without England, this is much more reasonable. I need to keep an eye on that. That could be a potential win for me right there. You're still far away from even liking me anymore. Actually, no, they would actually accept me now. Now they would be okay with me marrying them if they didn't have too many relationships. Well, maybe let's just top it off. Can't hurt. How much money do I need for this? 592. That's a lot. We left our royal marriage with Fez. Fix that. Spare some expenses because my inflation is through the roof. Through the roof. Oh, no. My heir dies. My perfectly average heir. And prestige. Ooh. Oh, you are much better. You are not average at all. Yeah, you are, I would dare say, above average. I like you. My sorrows have not... I don't know any sorrows, that's for sure. Let the sorrows overtake me. Nope. Nope. I'll build a church in his honor or something. Now the Ottomans are here. They're gonna crush you. Let's top up my relationship with you. Yeah, let's keep an eye on this. 1 point. Yeah, I want you to step down now. Well, in 6 years. 6, 7 years or something. Not right now. Stay alive. Yeah, let's see back the land that we just gave them. There we go. Just gave them land for money, and now we want to take it back. Without asking for any money. No money in return, okay? Yeah, this is not going very good for you, sis, is it? Yeah, even if I declared war on Mamluks right now, it would be pointless since I can't even siege anything. This is probably going to be the last level of technology I take. 10 before... Oh, so you finished your war? Yeah, look at that. Did you cancel any alliances? No, you did not. Well, you kind of did. But Tunis still will not join me. If Tunis could just be willing to join me here, it still destabilizes them for some. I don't understand why. I'm almost ready to attack you again, so it's not that big of a deal. So how much more? One more tick, right? 2 more ticks? 3 more ticks? Who are my rivals? Naples. Naples over here. So I currently have, yeah, an embargo. I need to send an insult to you. Keep myself above 50. Who else is my rival? Mamluks. I send you a scornful insult. There we go. So now I'm up to 65 again. So I can get more prestige. Yeah, let's do that. And let's get myself my military tech. And now that I have my military tech, I can get myself it's my currency and pay it back for free. Okay, that finishes my goal. So the merchant guilds are happy with me. And now I can actually spend this money. On what though? This one's not bad. I really would want this one, but I can't. Yeah, diplomatic. So some of the ones that are nicer, I can't. Like sus. Or, yeah. This, I need tech 14 to do those. No, nothing else. Do I need more men or something? Nope, but I can do another diet. I just finished one, I can do another one. Base tax. Base manpower. Or extend privileges. I never want to do. Let's see. They want me to do something in fee Duig. I spelled that wrong. Fee Duig. Here. Berber, which is nice. But it's expensive. Or in draw. How much does it cost here? Few. Draw, it would cost me 50. So draw would be better from a pure development perspective. I just need to get some more. It would give me manpower. I don't need manpower though. Okay, so let's do this one. I don't need manpower. Definitely, and it's only 2 points. That might actually make making a tax station here worth it though. Yeah, there we go. Now having a tax station there is worth it. Oh, talking about that, I can do market town improvement, which should increase decrease development cost. Means I could probably do this. It's a little cheaper. It's cheaper. Right, it's so expensive. Do I also want to do it here? I can technically afford it. Really don't see any reason why not. I'm collecting here, so any more increase in trade power is just more money for me. No, let's not spend my dip points yet. Yeah, okay, let's spend a little bit of dip points. There we go. That feels good. That feels good. And I can use that to pay off my okay, maybe right here. Reinforcement speed. Really? That's all you can give me, a reinforcement speed? I don't... Reinforcement speed? Ooh, gold rush. It's all so good until I look over here and I'm like, so much inflation. So much inflation. Really? You just give me another reinforcement speed guy? Ooh, Fez, yes. This might actually be... I'm gonna do that. That should, yeah, that's really good. Let's change my edict to being institution spread. That should help even more. Do some prestige. That's also not very good. Now let's just take them for the points. You're just so good because there's half off. I'll keep you there. Okay, so as I was though, still stubbornly refusing to allow me to marry you. And you 2 more years, so plenty of time. And Fez, that means Fez has fully accepted the religions, right? Where's Fez? Technology over here. Yeah, so they've embraced it. And now they're sharing it with me, which is really nice. I appreciate it a lot. It's still gonna take a little bit, but it's not just my capital, right? It's everyone in my capital region. My whole capital region that should help a lot with the price for once it's available. Oh yeah, talking about that. You're supposed to be at war against France. You're winning. Oh no. You're not supposed to win. Oh, France, like ally Austria or something. You're not supposed to win. Make you stronger. I want you weaker, not stronger. Provence won't join. But England would still join. Well, you're still useless. Yeah. What is my next? Tech Mamluks, I guess. I don't feel like I have that many options. I can attack Swiss. Soon. There. Age of Reformation. Oh wow, Reformation, I'm actually pretty good at that. I have 1, 2, 3 already. Oh, I like Reformation apparently. Mainly because like I've been converting everything to eBaddie. Let's go back to currying favors with them. Maybe they will be willing to give me money. Looks like they are. Tunis is at war. Okay, the Ottomans decide to go to war and Tunis joined in. No, my half-off advisor. Now I have 2 level 2 half-off advisors I can pick from. Or stability cost modifier level half-off. Or normal price advisor. Fuck. So expensive. Oh, no. Wonderful. Oh yeah, I forgot. I could. Oh, you're at war. I didn't forget. You're at war. I forgot that you were at war. Really? I don't want to lose army tradition. Tired of losing prestige. Why is everything so bad? That would bring them down to 26. This would be a bad time. They will be unhappy and powerful. Yeah, two unrest until they climb back out from down there. Hey, not good. Okay. Very slack stream today. I am honestly surprised Castile hasn't tried to declare war on me. How are they doing anyways? They're officially out of manpower. That part's kind of nice. But France is officially out of... Wow. One moment. Yeah. Go. If it just wasn't for England, like how is Portugal doing over here? They are also very low on manpower. England is also low on manpower. England, if just England didn't want to join, I would probably do. And how is Aragon doing? Oh, Aragon's doing great. Wow. For some reason, Aragon has not suffered at all. Just so strong. You have both Portugal and Aragon as your vassals, England as an ally. Ay, ay, ay. Unless it's a defensive war where I can leverage these forts and these mountains, not much more I can do. Okay, here, what's this? Ooh, what's this? 5 mosques and 5 workshops? Yeah. Look at that, that sounds nice. What's this one? 2,000 ducats in the bank. For 25 years, that's really good. Go towards legalism. The only one I don't have right now is fleet. They want me to build 100% of my Navy force limit and have a Navy of at least 20. My force limit is 15, so that's not... Ooh. That happened quicker than I thought it would. Mamluks would join, so at least I can take care of Mamluks. Oh, you're not willing to join anymore? Because they're fighting in another war. Unless I do this. And now you'd be willing to join, right? Yeah, because now trust is plus 30, and I have good diplomatic reputation. So, I'm assuming most of your men are still here? I don't see them, I guess. Yes, your men are actually helping. Look at that, they're right there. But I'm not too concerned about Mamluks. Coming in here, destroy you, then go over there and destroy Mamluks. How many men could he possibly have? 60. What? 60k? Oh my, wow, really? 60k. Wow. 42k. What? You're not supposed to be that strong. Okay, I'm gonna still do this. Pretend I didn't see anything. Bring you over here. Finish you off. Okay, so I feel like Fez can probably handle these guys for the most part. So maybe I should send my guys over here. Yeah, Fez looks like they can handle this. They just need to teach up the rest here. Event slave trade happens. If Castile agrees to the deal, slaves will now be produced in my capital. Major slave market by the end until the end of the game. Wow, that's pretty good. Institution spread plus 15%. But national until wow, really? Plus 5 national unrest until the end of the game. Okay, so that's a pretty good bonus, but wow. 5 national unrest. Wow. That is real. That's real harsh. Slaver chief. Yeah, I can't take national unrest until end of game. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Pretty big ask they have here. At least in my opinion. Okay, so let's go over here. See what we can do. Did you finish your war? Yeah, okay, so now you're all mindfulness. Do I want to do you or do I want to do... Oh, I can do both. And I did say the next slot will be diplomatic ideas. Let's go with that. So I don't see any reason to keep getting you or getting you. There we go. Are you? Oh, I can get a marriage. Yes. You're my queen too. Oh, look at that. That's extra relationships, right? That's extra happiness because of consort marriage ties. Now, are you willing to? I'm at war. Close. Close. If I get it might actually happen. They just need to like me. They need to go from neutral to liking me. We're married, okay? You should like me by now. No, 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 no. Tunis, no. Why would you do that? No. Bad. You're bad. You're being very bad. I'll try to go back to currying favor with them. Yeah, I lost all the trust I had there for a moment. But hey, we're very close. Okay, you're gonna take this. No concerns over here. Ability or prestige with an artist. Half price, but still half price level 2 is still more expensive than a level 1. So let's go with +3 stability, which is really nice. Can I afford a level 1? Ooh, especially a trade efficiency. Yes, I can. Diplomatic relations, +1. Another diplomat. No, I'm spending all this point in getting diplomats. I better not watch them be lazy. I don't want to see any lazy diplomats. Maybe a single lazy diplomat. Can I, like, do Castile or something? No, I can't even do it. Anything. What about you? Okay, let's improve our relationships here. I don't want them to get any ideas. Anti war leader, can't you, like, tell them to give me control? No, it's not. I don't see it anywhere. My leader is the one here that's counting for those 4 pips. But, I'm still not in control of this siege. Am I still threatened, by the way? Oh, no? Am I not threatened by Castile? I am. Shouldn't that be factored in? Oh, that's factored into your opinion of me. No, it's not. Okay, +2. There you go, number 2. Yeah, I just didn't notice that apparently. Right here? Okay, well, I can regain those, right? With, oh, one of my advisors has died. Great advisors. Oh, look at that. That's actually not that bad. I'm not converting anything right now, but I will very soon. If I can get them to ally me, then I can ditch Tunis as an ally, which would be nice. They've served me well, but it would be much better if they were part of me. Oh, look at that. We have decided that is present. How much will it cost us? Wow, that's a lot of progress. 401. Actually, that's pretty cheap. We should be able to afford that very soon. A new consort, but the Ottomans would be very unhappy. I will take the unrest to make the Ottomans happy. The Ottomans would be very unhappy. Let's see, can we get this siege done? That. What province is? What kind of province is this? Desert? A farmland, even worse. No defensive penalty for that. Let's call these guys back. What are you fighting? Okay. Huh. QQ is doing very well for themselves this run. Kind of surprising. Let's see. You're willing to wipe peace. I have 43 war score on you, actually. It's quite a bit. You're willing to do a lot more than just wipe peace. You're willing to give me war reparation, which isn't that bad. If I do that, then I have 100% over here. Like I am slightly concerned. They do have, after all, 60,000 men. And I feel like if I attack here, so they would get a river crossing penalty, but don't know if that's gonna win me this war or not. Let's find out. Get my see how my men do here. Not looking very good. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. Let's send him back home. And we got some decent army tradition. But war exhaust and lack of prestige, though. That part I don't like. Okay, so let's, oh, what? They're willing to give me even more now. What? Why? They just won a fight and now they're willing to give me more than what they were before. Okay. What? I'm not complaining, I guess? Ooh, I get to pillage their capital, too. Ooh, that's nice. How much? So that's for, they will lose 6 developments. This seems worth it. I don't want to claim anything because, well, Tunis took it. I don't want to give anything to Tunis. And maybe I can take a little bit of money. There we go, that seems like a good deal. That also helped me, yeah, that development increased here. I can embrace you. Okay, and as soon as my guy comes back, we will peace out. Okay, well, let's bring you two back too. So we can... Naples, which, oh, you are not doing very good. Revoking my embargo on you. And over here, 2 for peace. Really? Really, they would not. The suggested is to pillage and convert them to Ibadi. That's a load of not nice words. So you're doing a very bad job at being Ibadi. You can probably... What if I just do this? No one cares. I have enough points. Take all the money. Revoke those 2 cores because that gives me some more prestige. Let's do that. There we go. For all. Okay, so how are you doing over here, my new best friend? 75 out of 102. I don't have, yeah, my army, my navy. I'm just weak. They don't like me. They have neutral. If they weren't neutral, they liked me. It would be significantly better. For now, we need to keep you on my. Let's take that money. To keep you on my good side. But hey, that's pretty good. We finished conquering the rest of the coast. You'd be like on your way back. Yeah, do that. I should be making lots of money right now. Oh, we'll wait till next month. No, we're not, apparently. That's probably because we're recruiting men, I guess. Yeah, Tunis is still my only other potential rival other than Mamluk. Maybe we can curry favors with you. We need manpower. We could probably use some manpower. That. Now we can curry favors. By network here. And curry favors here. There we go. Keeping all my guys busy. Ooh, that's a lot of autonomy. Or oh, okay, losing. That's worth it, right? It's normally it's 75 points per, so that's kind of worth it. Oh no, never mind. It's 75 points for 2 reductions. It's 100 points for 2 reductions. So it's not worth it. Unless I gain a bunch of autonomy in a bunch of places I don't want. Okay, let's, yeah. I don't know why that negative happened, but what? I thought this was supposed to bring this down by 2. That's not what I was told would happen. Well, it would bring it down by 2. Suspicious. Let's see. For 10 years. Hey, that's expensive. Why am I getting all these negative events? Give me something good, please. Let's see, did it listen? Ooh, it did not listen. Oh, ow, that hurt. Or they lose 10 influence. Merchant Guild has a lot of influence. How did? Wow. Merchant guilds have a lot of influence. I lose 15 army tradition? Wow. Wow. This is so expensive. Oof. Let's summon a diet. Is your equilibrium still pretty good? Yeah, it's so. Build a manufactory. That is asking for a lot. base production in Demnate. They want me to improve production here. That's not unreasonable. Talking about that, I probably can remove the edict here. It's not unreasonable. It would make the merchants happier, which is the only thing stopping me from taking more land is making the merchants happier. So go here, go here, 1, 2. Oh, I gain a bunch of money too. And then I can take my land. Be okay with this. There we go. Now production here should be worth it? No, not even. Taxes over here though seems to be worth it. Trade nowhere. Thus, you are lot points. Wow. But aren't I coring right now? I can't core and build, can I? Oh, Sus is not being core. Sus has been. -7. Probably worth it. Yeah, I guess it's worth it. -7, that's a lot. Yeah, I know. They keep trying to, they keep privateering this trader. Spamming me with SS bellies. So close. They have a marriage with me. They do not have the will to be my ally. Just need to like me. Like me. Let's go back to drilling. Let's increase my army size. And prestige. A skill 3 half price. That's so expensive. Mamluk's opinion goes down. Yeah, that's worth it. Oh, my power projection is down. Oh. Mamluk's opinion goes down again. Yeah, that's fine. This state will lose free development. Much of development lost and end up in our capital. Well, I can do that without. Is it worth it? I feel like that's probably worth it. Can I do that? And then that? And then that? Look at that. That seems like it was probably worth it. So I made my capital even stronger? 48. I think that's 2 development that I got from that. Make my forts a little cheaper. Can I do the same thing here? There isn't enough development here to take for ourselves. Alright. Good to know. Start converting them. And I think the last one. Oh, that helped. 31, actually, that's pretty good. Let's add in a couple cannons. 400 seems like it's probably worth it. Oh, we have some rebellions coming soon. Our diplomat advisor would leave. We would lose 50 admin point. Let's just lose the legitimacy. Stop drilling. And where's my rebellion? There's two of them. Morocco separatists coming over. Where's the purple? I don't see him. And we have Sunni Susian separatists. I'm guessing it's going to be around here. Let's park our butt on this mountain. Oh, one's at 90%. Okay, oh, there's the purple. So those two and those two. So it's all going to be on the coast. So yeah, we can park ourselves here and be safe. I'm guessing it's being caused by my converting of religion. Let's give them some autonomy. You got discovered by Castile, really? That's not very nice of them. Okay. How about you? Are you willing to ally me yet? Nope. Maybe I should move my butt here. Thought I could convert this one. Oh, they're building a barracks. Well, that was my bad apparently. Oh. I can... Oh, okay, no you can't. So, okay, you can't do it with your subjects. I was gonna say, can you do it with your subjects? But no, you can't take their gold and stuff with subjects. Only with allies. Oh, there's some men they never merged. The new cannons never merged with my new unit. Come on, throw yourselves. And you know you want to. Another diplomat or some reinforcement speed. Neither of those seem very, very good. There we go. He showed up. And you're gonna park yourselves over there. I'm gonna join you. Okay. So you two should be. There we go. Take care of that. Perfect. Let's move back to our capital. We can actually probably stay around here, right? We can stay around here. There's no reason to make that walk. Alright, one more. So I've already done third wave, so there's no way for me to track it. But since things do seem to be going pretty well, it depends on how much time there's left, but I do plan on doing other achievements after I'm done with this one, if I have the time. I've already done third wave, but there's plenty of other achievements that I can maybe, like this one, or this one. There's a lot of achievements. Yeah, I did it before I streamed. That was a long time ago. But I started as Oman, and I did third wave with them. It was a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed it. It was before I played on very hard mode, so I'm not even sure I can do that now. Uh, I remember when I used to play on normal mode. Things were a lot easier back then. I used to tell myself when I play on normal mode that I would never be able to play on very hard. Like, I have enough trouble already on normal. Very hard sounds impossible. Oh, let me quickly check that. A lot. 1,607 hours in EU4. So, a lot. I stopped, it's even more if you consider that I stopped playing at around 20. I can actually check. When was the last achievement? 2017. So I got hard bargaining, uh, which is as defender of Muslim faith, propagate your religion into the Moluccas in December of 2017. So that would be the last achievement I got before I stopped playing because I don't remember why. And so that's 4 years ago ish. So yeah, 1,600 hours. And I took a 4 year break. So now I decided to come back and I decided to stream it and try very hard. It's actually not that bad. Not that bad at all. I was expecting very hard to like make me cry. It's not easy, don't get me wrong, but it hasn't made me cry yet. Nice, nice. Yeah, I guess for EU4, 1,600 isn't that much. Yeah, I give it a little bit, and going back to normal will feel too easy or something like that. I'll be like, well, this was no fun. Let's see, what can I do? I'm still trying to get you to be my friend. Oh, you're even worse. Went down in likelihood, not up. You're supposed to go the other way. Ah, are we still married? We are still married though. And you, do you want any of my land? Where are you? Go here, here. Oh, you definitely want a lot of my land. Okay. But they definitely want to hurt me. Am I still threatened by you? No, I'm threatened. That's probably why I lost some progress towards my alliance. There we go. Now I'm back up to 72. Yeah, Spain just formed. Yeah, you're right. Spain just formed. I hadn't even noticed, yellow to yellow. But you're completely correct. Spain had just formed, so no longer. Apparently I was hostile instead of threatened. I don't know why I wouldn't be threatened by this. But whatever. This is not threatening. I don't understand. But yeah. Now we're back up to 79. We're still missing 25 points, but it's better than missing. Oh, this is not black news. This is great news. Very good news. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. And may he live long and fruitful. Nope, but I like doing the marriages myself. But you still want to marry me? Yep. And you want to marry me? There you go. Got all my marriages back. Oh, well, okay. Stop drilling. Okay, so let's get this in play. Need to probably change you to being. It was bound to happen. gonna tell Fez to be defensive. Tuscany, really a crusade against us? They really don't like me, don't they? Oh. Well, and I get a crappy error. 043. That error is no good. Okay, well, I should be able to... Let's reduce the speed here. Should be able to take this on easy. What did they declare war? For taking Castile, which is this. Oh, that's actually a pretty good war goal for me. I can go in here. Oh, they're running away. Well, I can go in here and at the very least, scorch it. Wow, I can't do that. Yeah, I have to accept. Not much I can do about that. Go in here. Scorch it. And wait for them to come back. And at the same time, I'm just going to try to defend all of the forts I have. You can also recruit mercenaries. I can just barely afford mercenaries. I can afford this one, but not... Oh, actually, I can afford the monthly tick too. Barely. A pretty good stack. 16. But mercenaries go against my limit here, right? So I can't afford it. Because then it would increase their maintenance cost. Right? That, like, mercenaries don't count as extra anymore, right? That's my understanding of mercenaries being nerfed. Let's go over here. See if we can win a fight. Feel like we can win this. And keep an eye on my capital. There's men there. That. So how are we doing over here? Our morale is pretty bad. Our tactics are the same, but they are hitting us with no leader in... Okay, now they have a leader in the mountains, though. We should still be doing pretty good. No, not anymore. It's not good. I was really hoping we could have... Their morale is so good. Yeah, we just... Oh, they just rolled a 9. Okay, let's retreat over here. And let's regroup. How can I make my men stronger? Need to... Let's see. I haven't looked at what they would potentially offer. I was really hoping I could maybe win. Let's see. Suggest demands. They want me to give up, but they do want this. They also want 3 of my provinces and me to no longer have. And oh, that's a lot. You want a lot. Okay. But if I were to, I wanted Fez though. I wanted Fez. I mean, okay, I can't give away more. But if I do reach 100% by giving them Tunisian land, they should eventually force accept, right? That's how it works. Okay, anything here, that's good. Nope, Don't care. Don't care. That's actually nice. Mercenary discipline, don't care. That's actually nice. Prestige per development for missionaries is also nice. None of these will help me right now. Let's do that one. They're losing quite a bit of manpower sieging that up, which is kind of nice. But I just don't have the morale to keep up with them. My prestige, my morale is just so low. My prestige is low, my power projection is low. Oh, sorry. Clicked in the wrong area. And my tradition is pretty low, so I probably can't get too much better of a general. Okay, you're running away. Okay, can I do this? They look like this could be a win for me. Not by... Oh, it's a hard-fought win, though. There we go. 8-7. I needed some of those rolls to be better for me. Whew. Okay, so they are sieging the Highlands. And as I just pointed out, I cannot win fights. Let's see. I would rather them not take it. This should be like... Defensive Edict. Make it even longer. 44 days for a tick. I don't see any men around here. Oh, they took that, so they should be heading their way over here. Let's take this and run away quickly. Quickly. They're not listening. Well, the word quickly meant nothing to them. Oh, okay, so they didn't reinforce. Perfect. Okay, so that's good. Oh, they're doing so well at getting war score from not their target, though. Okay. You're still meh on being my ally. Ooh, maybe I can go and fight them over here. This seems like a pretty... Like, I feel like I should be able to win this. It's a mountain province. Like, I feel like I should be able to go in there and win that. But, I don't know, my last attempt at fighting in the mountains didn't work out for me. And they have 1-5. Wow, they have a 1-5 general. Compared to my 4-2 general. They have it where it counts, though. The problem. Okay, so it's even smaller unit now. He's a 6 military. My leader would probably be really good. But he could die. And you are not very good. You are not very good. 5 to 14 pips. Yeah, compared to the one, which is 4 to 11. So I thought it was directly related to the amount of military skill they had. Apparently not. And there's no way I'm getting a better general than the one I already have. Let's build a supply depot. That should prevent me from taking attrition, no? Okay, so they're going over there. Oh, I'm still taking attrition. Let's try this. Oh, look at that, some good rolls. Okay, so we defended that. Go back to, no, let's go this way. Back over here. I'm defending my land pretty good. Yeah, they're crazy. Crazy. I don't know how they, well, if I see another fight with them, I can maybe find out, but I don't understand why the AI is always so strong. I'm always not. Oh, well, I don't want to fight there. That is for sure. I don't want to do that. You guys move away, please. So I need you to take a little bit more. No, I don't want to declare war. I want to do peace. How close are we to? Okay, so they want less now, which is. Oh no, they just want different things. Not less, different. Still 100%. They still want 100%. But I have to give them a lot of Tunisian land for this to be worth it. Is there something else they would be? Oh. Hey Zappa, thanks for the raid. How is it going? So they would also be willing to let them pillage my capital. That would be worth 5%. Oh wow, you have you played this game before? Nation. Yeah, they want me to cancel my subject with Fez. Yeah, so it's a very it's a very deep game. A lot of mechanics. It's also like 10 years old. So a lot of DLC, a lot of mechanics. It's free on the Epic Store? I did not know that. But look what Natasha just said. Listen. But yeah, it's one step above Civ, because you don't start with nothing. You start in 1444, so the whole world already exists. Everything is already populated, but you do get a country and you want to expand. Like the whole point is expanding. Don't look at me right now. I'm currently losing a war and getting trounced here. So don't take this as an example of what it's supposed to look like. Oh yeah, there's a lot of. It's very complicated. You can go very deep. You can spend a lot of hours. It's definitely a next turn type of game because you can definitely go very deep on this. As we were talking about before, I have 1,600 hours on this, and Natasha had like 1,400. So, and that's not that abnormal for this game. So as I was though, yeah, it's very well welcome nonetheless, but it's a very deep game. There's a lot to learn, a lot to a lot that you can so should I give him the war reputation reparation? That's 10%. It's not that bad, right? It's kind of expensive. Yeah, let's keep fighting a little bit. And maybe they can take a little bit more land over here. Oh, wow, that's not good. But yes, it's definitely a one more turn type of game. Are you guys walking away? Okay, they're walking away. They're really walking away that slowly. Influence went up. There we go. Okay, so, but yeah, I'm getting beat up by Spain. Spain isn't being very nice. Yeah, they're just being very mean. But when are you going to be out here? You're going to be out by the 11th, and I will be in by the 21st, so this is probably worth it. Predictable to an extent. I could predict that Spain was going to attack me because Spain is huge and I am not. And you can, like, the AI does tell you like what they're interested in. You can see like Spain wants my land, they want France, they want a little bit over here. So you can tell they were going to attack, but like more specifically than that, when was still somewhat of a surprise. I'm surprised that it took so long for them to attack me personally. And on the micro end, for like controlling units, they do have some predictabilities, but the AI isn't that bad. The AI is not that bad at all. It's much better than the Civ AI, in my opinion. Okay, so let's see if we can win this fight. And there's a lot. One thing that helps that is there's a lot of options. Like, this is the diplomatic screen. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do in between you and other AI and AI between AI and such. So, like, this is all the diplomatic options you have. And in a peace deal, where's my peace deal? Like, you can make very verbose peace deals. A lot of different type of options. It's not like Civ where you have very little options when it comes to diplomacy or peace. Peace in Civ is just give me everything, right? Well, here it's much more nuanced than that, which is, in my opinion, much better for the game. Look at that fight we won. So at least we still have the war goal. The war goal is helping us, but they still want 100%, so it's not helping us that much. Okay, so the problem is that these are too expensive. Oh, look at that. They would actually take this deal. They would take a lesser deal than that. About this deal? This deal? So right now I'm trying to... So Spain attacked me. Spain is much stronger than me. And I'm trying to survive. So what I'm going to do is peace out Spain by giving my allies land to Spain. So that... yeah. Basically, that's my plan. Peace out Spain by giving my allies land to them. And make... yeah. And money? Do they want money? No, they don't want money. They want to pillage my capital. I don't want to do that. No, they want to pillage Fez's capital. I also don't want them to do that. Fez has a decent capital. Thank you, and have a good evening to yourself. Okay, I can't fight this. 65k. Okay, I need peace. There's no other option right now. I can't fight this fight. This is not going to be in my favor. So I can do this. But like, positive is so much higher than negative. I really want to make it tighter. But I just can't seem to find a way. Unless I give them Castile. What's Castile anyways? So this province. If I made give them this province, then I don't have to give them that province. And more reparation. Is 10% for 10 years more than 100 and some odd ducats? I don't know. So let's see, 10%. So that's like 2.5 ducats a month. 10 years at 240 ducats ish. So if I could not do war reparations, so I'll go over here, not do war reparations, and it's 161. That's probably worth it. Oh well, let's do that. I was really hoping I could stand my own, but that is definitely not happening. So let's keep going. Okay. Get that in place. Move you guys over here. And I feel like your time with me is over. Well, I'm gonna keep you, but nonetheless, I don't feel like we have much of a... Actually, that didn't affect your trust that much. I thought giving away your lands like that would be very negative for your trust. Military ideas. I'd rather have military tech. Why can't I do these? Oh, they don't have enough opinion of me. Guess I need to improve my opinion of you. Can't blame them. Let's get back to doing that. Maybe I can integrate Fez. I feel like this land would probably be better under my supervision. How much does it cost me to integrate you? 423. Not the worst. If I change my focus to... I can't. But if I could change my focus to you eventually... yeah, let's get rid of you. You're no good. So now you will give me my money. There you go. Money. I can get favors, but favors doesn't really do much. They still don't like me. Look at that, I can get both at the same time. Nice. So textile and okay, so now I'm caught up with tech, which is nice. So I can focus on some ideas. The first time I felt caught up in tech since I started the game. And that's after being trounced by Spain. Ay. Spain, why do you have to be so strong? At my last campaign, they were a problem, and they're a problem again. I guess I could start my golden age. That would have gave me 10% more morale. But I don't think that would have helped. Not against both them and Portugal. They're just 93k men. Ay. I can speed up again. Not war. I feel like I need something like quantity or something. Yeah. Alright, so 81, getting better. My diplomatic reputation could help, which I would get. I get more diplomatic reputation in a couple ticks there. This would be defender of the Ibadi Fate, right? So that's not very useful. Tier 1 Fate and all. So I get 2,000 men or some sailors. Let's get some men. Oh, you'd actually... How much money would you give me? Only 190? Only 2,200? I thought it was based off of their income, not my income. I would assume they'd have a bigger income than that. I just need you to be happy like me. If they just liked me, then they would be all up for this. Oh, let's do this. Manufactory. Plus 1 base tax. Not the worst. Better than shipyard. So expensive though. Let's seize land. They want me to build a manufactory here. It's gonna take a long time to build. 5 years. Mamelukes are still... Yeah, look at that. I can actually put Tuscany as a rival. Alright. So you're still my only rival. So let's send you an insult. And Tuscany, where are you? There you are. Yeah, maybe do an escape strategy and run away. Or go down to, yeah, that's also a possibility. If I have the Ottomans, then I feel like I can just leverage the Ottomans. The Ottomans could beat Spain. I just really need the Ottomans. But if I can't, then yeah, maybe the escape strategy might be my best option. So let's go take care of this for them. There we go. And you then a scornful insult. Nope, I can't do that. I don't have any prestige. I got rid of my heir, and now I have no prestige. No, I don't like the escape strategy. It's definitely effective, but I don't know, for some reason it doesn't tickle my fancy. Yeah, let's not buy it. Let's not build anything. Come on, my friend. I will need 25 more trust. That is a much better heir. Not particularly good, but better. Much better. Slightly above average. Or that. Yeah, look at that. They finally embraced colonialism. My trader would leave my court. Or I gain some mercantilism. Let's gain some mercantilism. My legitimacy will go up over time anyways. Is there any other ways? They're integrating Crimea right now. Not sure how that helps me, but it's a fact. That's all I know. It's a fact. Getting this diplomatic reputation would help me. Alright. Diplomatic reputation is three points per diplomatic reputation. Right now I'm at 1. Not even. But like 4 points per diplomatic reputation? So if I got a diplomatic reputation advisor and I got diplomatic reputation here, that would be an extra 16 points. Like that's a long-term goal, but that would plus trust, like bringing up some trust. That might be everything I need. I need 25 points. Like as long as nothing goes. Oh, they attack Mamluks. It's not really a surprise. Maybe I should take this as an opportunity to attack Mamluks. Be like, hey, I want to attack you and just take like one of your provinces. Just one. Or two. If I can make myself neighbors. Actually, if I can make myself neighbors with them, that would get rid of the very hard -20. So that would bring down their desire, like, yeah, down to 86 plus trust. Should be able to get them to 100. So let's do that as my first attempt. I'm gonna go and attack Mamluks by myself. and see how that works out for me. If I can piece them out and ask them to like wow, that's a lot of negatives. Yeah. Always towards legalism. I have 100% legalism now. I might as well take advantage of that and debase my currency for free. Okay. So yeah. Ignoring the fact that we're at war with negatives. I do need to find a couple stacks to kill. So that I can get some war score. That is how this war works. Here's another diplomat. You like me. You still don't like me. Let's try to make you like me a little bit more. I'll keep one on reserve in case I need to talk to someone now. I can't wait a couple days. You never know. Could happen. Now, what do you want? Okay, you want most of that. If I take it, will you still want it? That could be bad. Yeah, let's see, maybe I can find a stack to attack. I see something going on over here. Crimea. Do they even have any army anymore? They do. Where's the army? Gain 1 Grand Captain. Oh, level 1. What? Wow, that's good. Yes, let's do that. Saves me money both on like maintenance modifier and it's cheaper. Aha. I am participating. I'm also losing my men. Wow, this is really good. I'm still only getting +3 from diplomatic reputation. Maybe I have to wait a tick. Maybe I can make it there quicker. Oh, okay, apparently more did I have more diplomatic reputation? No. No? I thought we just got +1 diplomatic reputation. Or was it +1 diplomatic relations? Oh, well, that's not as good. That's not nearly as good. Not even close. Oh, they got there first. Oh, there's some. Let's go kill him. Need to find some stacks and kill them. War score. That's the only way I'm getting war score right now is finding some Mamlukians, taking their lives. .4 war score. That was good. Get a little bit more. Yeah, cross here and I can't cross. That hopefully not. There's another one. Yeah, no, I can't cross though. Have to go all the way around. Want a little bit more war score. I need 10% to be able to make a demand. They should have 50k men somewhere. Down here, maybe? Always go towards legalism. I just need 10% score. And there's no way I'm getting any score over here. Diplomatic relations tricked me. Maybe they have some men over here? Nope, no men. But they're hiding their 40k somewhere. Oh, there's some men. Get them. So down here, I'm guessing, is where they're hiding their men. No, Crimea, stay out of this. This is between me and them. Oh, looks like the Ottomans already got there. Before me. Ooh, that looks good. Wow, my morale really bad. Okay, so there you go. I got my tick. Perfect. Defensive ideas are done. And I can get myself... it's free. Might as well. Okay, I'm gonna head back to my place. Oh, almost. They're almost willing to give me a border with the Ottomans. Very close. As they keep getting their butts kicked by Mamluks, that should be... If then I have enough for 2 favor actions. It just isn't for me being at war. It'd be 108. Getting very close. Military access for... Sure, why not? Let's give one guy to make sure I'm topped off with my relations here. All of this just so I can potentially get an alliance with the big green guy over here. $48, getting there. Wow, really? I have that many admin points. I need to do something about that. Like get land that I can then, you know, pour. Oh, that's not good. They are significantly less wanting of a peace deal. No! Yeah, let's take their capital quickly before they can regroup. I feel like if I take their capital, they will be much more... And I have a 4 siege guy. Yeah, 28% right off the bat. This should be quick. Cross fingers. Oh, that was real quick. Now are you willing to give me this? Nope, close. Let's do some carpet sieging. We start. do some quick carpet sieging before they get their men. Their men are probably still hanging out down here. So if I can do some quick carpet sieging to get me some more war score, I'll take care of that later. There we go, 31%. Now are you willing to give me all this? Yeah, and a little bit of money too. There we go, perfect. Now, all that before they showed up. Okay, make cores. And you. Very close. Very, very close. So very close. I change you for a diplomatic reputation +1. It's gonna be temporary, so let's do that. So, and then if I Fez's opinion. Oh, a lot of money you're asking for there, Fez. I'm okay with that. I will take that. And let's trade favor for trust. Yes, that would have been nice with the Ottomans, because then I would have taken the other option with the Ottomans for sure. Okay, so now it should be very close. No, why is it lower? It was 81, now it's not 81. Why did it change? Oh, I was so close. I can do more trust. But that's only bringing me up to 84. I'm still 4 points away. Why? What happened? Why did it change? What can I get? Maybe something here. Absolutism. Yearly army tradition decay. Production efficiency. None of that is helpful. Gift. Yes. Let's see. Oh, we have to wait a month for that tick to happen. Oh, my general died. Oh, he was such a good general. Let's get another one. Oh, wow. He is such a good general. I was so sad, and now I'm not so sad anymore. Go back home. See. How close am I again? 4 points away. Need to be all my money. No, I don't think that's worth it. I don't know how much. I don't know what the conversion rate from opinion to alliance is, but they don't want. Opinion divided by 4, so I would need to bring up my opinion by 20. I need 20 more opinions. I do not have enough money for 20 more opinion. We have limited it to 12. Yeah, which I can't do. Oh, I see a wait. There's something I'm not thinking of. I do have some. Oh, okay, yeah, let's try that. Spain. Spain, send insult scornfully. Firm. So they should like me more. That is all it took. Yes, very good. Very good. Oh, nice. And they start with 60 trust too. Very nice. Thank you for that. Oh, I did not think of that one, but you were very correct. So what's this? Invite scholar. I can change from being Maliki to being Hanafi, which would give me admin tech cost instead of good production. I don't think that's worth it. Oh, all right. So now I just need to. Now they won't attack me. That's for sure. They would join me in a war right now for land. Oh, that's so tempting. Okay, now for you over here, you are going to be dropped like a hot rag. There we go. I'm going to take some money from you. Then I'm going to take some more stuff from you. Can I use soldiers? I can definitely use some soldiers. Give me my soldiers. Grow ally autos and cheese them in. Yeah. Yes. I was really hoping to be able to do it without the Ottomans' help, but Spain is just... Like, they could have focused on not coming to North Africa. If I had, like, all of this, I could probably take on Spain, but they decided to focus on North Africa. Made me upset. Okay, so can we ask for one more thing? Oh, cool. I didn't know I had a war exhaustion problem, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, there's nothing else I want from you. So let's dissolve that alliance and let's go back to improving my relations with you. And eventually, no. I'm gonna know how much I don't want to be your ally. This is how much I don't want to be your ally. And let's do this one. Get some prestige. There we go. So now I just need to wait for my truce to be over. Get the Ottomans occupied in a separate war with me so they don't join them. And then Tunis will be all mine. I don't like them. They like me. I don't like them. It's funny how that works. Let's offer them military access. That's also some more opinion. I guess I don't want to curry favors with you anymore. Go to Build Spy Network. Yeah, so now we just need to build up some trust. We're building up 0.27 a month. That's pretty good. Favors, I mean, not trust. And in the meantime, what's our army like? 27. That's Spain isn't taking a break. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be called into a lot of wars. I will obviously accept. You really didn't need to call me in for this. Like, you really didn't need my help. I'm gonna go back to drilling over here, okay? Oh, this one has a plus 18 right there. Plus 10 over here. Let's get a little bit of manpower. And this curry favor thing, it makes getting big allies to attack for you so much easier. Yeah, they would so be okay with attacking Spain with me for me. uh, if I had the reputation for it, that's for sure. Yeah, let's go back to improving my relations with you. You don't like me. Yeah, rival attitude. Unjustified demands, aggressive expansion. That's nice. All right. I can refill garrisons now. I don't really care about that. I just care about the damage and siegeability. Mainly the siegeability. I like siegeability. Okay, so I'm gonna call that it for tonight. I don't feel like we made too much progress, but hey, we have allied the Ottoman. So that is progress in of itself. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for chatting, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye for now.